What's good with it, y'all? Welcome back to A1 Hoop Zone. Man, you already know what to do. Smash the like button, sub to the channel if you're new. And yes, I have a straw hat on. I'm up at the farm, man. It's hot as hell, so gotta try to avoid this sun as best as I can. But anyway, man, we gonna get into it. So we got Paul George is up on deck of the topic of conversation, man. As y'all have already heard by now, the so-called breaking news: Paul George opted out of his $48.7 million deal with the Clippers and is going to test the free agent market. What does this mean for Paul George exactly? For me, what it means, man, is that Paul George got to look in the mirror and kind of come to terms on what he want to do at this point. Does he want to be a number one option, or does he want to be a number two or three option on a team where he can compete to win the championship? You know what I mean? Because I think he has, I won't say an identity crisis, but at the same time, like going from when he played for the Pacers, where he was the number one guy, and we saw how he went against that Miami Heat team with LeBron and D Wade and them boys. How he was going head to head with them as pretty much the star on that team. And then things didn't work out and stuff like that. And then he went and moved on to the Oklahoma City Thunder. And again, when he was there playing with Russ and them boys, he was in conversation of potential like MVP candidacy and things of that nature, right? And then it didn't work out there. And Kawhi Leonard extended an olive branch out to him, man, and he ended up playing with the Clippers. Now he's been there ever since, and he's went out and came out and said that Kawhi is the number one option, number one for this team. And, I'm everything else that's right behind that. I'm fine with being the number two guy and stuff like that, right? He wants to be the Scottie Pippen to what I'm saying, to Kawhi being Jordan, if you want to coin that phrase, whatever. But so it's like if you're okay taking a back seat there, are you going to be okay going to another team taking a back seat? Are you wanting to try and reclaim being the number one option? And again, that all boils down to what teams he's looking at potentially wanting to go to. What teams have an interest? You're gonna have I think the Warriors gonna make a run to him, which again that's kind of already being highly reported. The Warriors are gonna make a run at him. The 76ers are gonna make a run at him. Um, don't be surprised. Do not be surprised if the San Antonio Spurs, don't be surprised if they make a run at him as well. Why? Because he would be the one option. He would be the 1A there. But then you got Wimby, who is again is immensely talented and has a great upside or a bright future to him. So the sky's the limit. They have a very young core, young gritty team, and they compete. You know what I mean? So he got that there. He could have, an option of potentially looking at Miami because the Jimmy Butler situation that's going on there. That's another play-in option. Who else, man? He got some options as to what he may be interested in or what he wants to do. It's all a matter of, like I said, on which Paul George wants to show up. PG-13, playoff P, Paul George. You know what I mean? It's like which one are you wanting to be, and which team are you want to go to, and what's your overall, I would say, goal at this point. Are you planning to pursue playing for a championship or competing for a championship? Because I mean, you went with the Clippers. That was supposed to be the case. Y'all were trying to give the Clippers a re-imaging and revamp their image and rebranding and all of that stuff. But it just fell short. Every trip of the way, y'all got knocked out of the playoffs multiple times at different points. Never made it to a conference finals and things of that nature. So it's like, what exactly is gonna what exactly is gonna be the case? What is the Paul George story gonna be? You know what I mean? And I think a lot of that hinges on this next team that he plays for. If it doesn't work out, then Paul George is going to be one of those players that started off, had a bright future, got hurt, came back from being injured, and still was able to put up amazing numbers and play extremely well and get back to an all-star type of level. But then he was just littered with injuries all throughout his career from that point. And he just fell short and then never, lived out his full potential. That's what it's gonna be. So for him, if I was him, what I would be wanting to do and looking at doing, man, if it was me, I probably would put the Warriors as my number one team that I would look at want to do, right? The number one team that I would look at potentially want to go and get in contact with and potentially sign it with. The next one after that, and this was going to come out of left field for a lot of people. If it's not the 76ers, I think he should hit up Milwaukee. And why do I say that? You got Dame, and then you turn around, you got Giannis. You got two other players there, which would allow you to kind of go in and be able to play off the ball catch and shoot or create and make shot like it'll allow you to be able to do a lot of different things there as well. And a lot of people not talking about the Bucks. Maybe they don't have a salary cap for it, but at the same time, I guarantee you they can make some room for it. Because with them, I think honestly, Chris Middleton, he's done all he can do for that team. But at this point, man, he's starting to be a little hampered by injury himself. Maybe he might look to come off the bench or something. So it's like you have options at places that Paul George can go. And he can definitely help out a team. It's just a matter of going to the right team that he can kind of help put over the edge or give them another tick in the notch of expectation, being championship or at least reaching the finals type of that type of conversation. Because it sounds like with the Warriors, man, Clay Thompson most likely probably going to be up out of there. I'm surprised that the Warriors is the kind of treatment of him. I know they offered him a contract prior to free agency and stuff like that, man. But it's just a little interesting how he's being treated by a team that he's brought so much success to, has so many memories and historical moments that he brought to that organization. So it's just kind of surprising, but at the same time, like I said, it's a business at the end of the day. The organizations is gonna always do what's in the best interest of the organization. They're never gonna put the player first. That's just how it is as a business. So we gotta wait and see what Paul George is gonna do, man. But again, I go Warriors, Sixers, and the Bucks. That's the three I would go to that have a real opportunity at potentially having championship aspirations. The Warriors is not gonna be easy because you still got Steph. You're gonna have Draymond there. But then they're gonna have to bring in some other people. They're gonna have to move on from Andrew Wiggins. They're gonna have to figure some stuff out. He can't go to Dallas because Dallas already has a nucleus set in place, and they need a true catch and shoot guy. And I think Dallas should pursue Klay Thompson. Um, but other than that, man, they got a lot. They got a lot of work to fill out for him, man. But that's all I got for y'all. I appreciate y'all coming through. Make sure you hit that like button again. Sub to the channel if you're new. Leave a comment in the comment section. I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of y'all. And if you wish to support the channel, y'all see that information right there, man. It's in the description as well. If you want to leave a super thanks, hit the like button. Look 4 icons over to the right where it says thanks. Click that. Follow the instructions. You can support the grind that way, man. But again, I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming through. And I'll be back at y'all another one, man. Y'all know what it is. We out of here.